Yo, yo, yo. We back again. And see, this my main man. He drive all the way in over an hour ride to come get this special haircut. This what we do. Yeah, man coming from another state. He from the other boot, Louisiana. Yeah, man. So he gonna just go with a taper. But before we start, he's a great photographer. Tell them where they can find you and call you.
At Studio Still on Instagram.
At Studio Still on Instagram.
STUDIO STEELE.
Tell them one more time. AC kicked on.
At STUDIO STEELE. I had to think about how to spell studio.
hey, he was like, you can find me at
I had to think about
ST just find it. I'm on there.
I had to think about that a little bit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's the littlest word that they're trying to trip you up. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that gets you when you're trying to spell something is when you know you gotta spell something to the public. You want to make sure you get it right, and that jam you up too, man. I'm like,
it's been a long time since I had a spelling test.
yeah, it messes you up. Just to think about being right, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Knowing I know how to spell studio.
Yeah. See, I kept them blinds closed. I was wondering because that phone be coming in and out sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's picking up different
Lightings and you know if you get closer, you know the zoom. So my partner was telling me yesterday, just hold your finger on the thing. That don't work. That don't work for me on this one. All right, so what he getting the taper, and you know he's gotten a little older now too. You know he's a couple years behind me, but he wants a distinct taper because we now go lower with his top. You know, he trying to cut out some of his grades instead of just accepting them. You know what I'm saying, bruh? We are here now. My temple grade up too.
I'm only 28.
Sound like my mama. My mama been 29 for 29 years. She just said last week she's 30 now. So she finally crossed over and started to accept that she can get over it. Right? You know how we open up. And I'm taking his fade a little higher. He wants it a little higher. He'll cut out some of that gray. And like I said, because we go low on this top. You know, he want to go a little lower on the sides now. I came your way 2 weeks ago, or 2 Saturdays ago. I went and ate at say it was rotisserie down there in Covington.
Zia's?
Yeah.
Oh, I ate at Zia's about 2 weeks ago.
On a Saturday, yeah, when I was there.
It was a Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Was it good?
Oh yeah. Our bill was $160.
You had the duck?
Yep, had the duck.
I figured.
We ordered 2 ribeye steaks and the shrimp and grits with andouille sausage in it.
Nah, I ain't got no sausage in mine.
It's supposed to come with it. It's supposed to be in it already.
Yeah.
And then they gave me the wrong steak. They gave me his steak, and I ain't like it with my partner steak. He got well done. I got medium well. And man, I'm looking at his steak like, man, your steak look way better than mine.
Right.
And I'm finding out he eating my steak over there. He like, hey bro, I think they gave us the wrong steak.
Now you done introduced him to a new
yeah.
new way of eating.
Yeah. I want to take all that food back out of here. Hey, I'm not gonna eat it, but you ain't either. You ain't gonna enjoy my steak.
Yeah, they duck is good, man. That's what I had. It's real good. You got me thinking about going back again.
Yeah. I told my dad. Then I went over there. He like, you drove that far for food? I said, yeah. He said, man, I would never drive that far for the food. I said, I used to do it all the time.
They used to have a Zia's in Slidell.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could tell from the way, because we kept getting confused on how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
They was giving us 2 spots. You know, we was using 2 different GPSs, and man, we went all over that little road down there, up and down that road twice before we found. I'm like, man, I think we gotta go back the other way.
Yeah, they used to do one in Slaughter. I was trying to get over here to eat at the Fields or something like that in Biloxi. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Ain't any good? You heard?
I think my partner ate there. Him and his wife. And they was telling me. I'm not sure, but he said it was good.
Yeah, it looked good. Fields in Biloxi just got that free advertising.
You owe me. So he has some low spots in the front of his head too that I'm trying to cut around while going lower with his hair. So, you know, like I told you, majority of my customers now, we're at this age, and I have to do a whole lot of cutting around that type stuff to keep it looking the same length.
You've been keeping up with the Olympics, huh?
This is my first time watching it yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people kept telling me, well, these don't really matter right here, so I really wasn't paying that much attention to it. And I'm like, people got gold medals and they back home, not running no more. I'm like, what do you mean it don't matter? I seen Noah Lyles on Fox News yesterday.
No, they started. Simone Biles got a few goals.
Yeah, I knew that side had started because they been flipping for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think track and field started yet. Basketball started.
Yeah, well, they said basketball was doing a preliminary.
I think they had it now.
Okay.
They better not lose.
And not with that team. And B then switched his citizenship to America.
He want that medal.
Yeah.
He want that gold medal.
Plus, this is where your life is. This is where you're making your money.
Well, they said he went to high school in America, though.
Oh, did he?
That's what they said. That's what I was reading.
And you know, I was looking at a Canada team yesterday. All of their guys are NBA players. All of them. I was like, oh my goodness, America's doing this.
Schroeder, he played for
Germany. Yeah.
That tall boat, Wimby, whatever his name is, Spurs, he got
France. But see, that's where them guys from.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, bringing all those people in here, you making it harder on yourself playing in the Olympics. You playing against other NBA stars.
Right.
Murray is a star. That boy from OKC, Alexander, what's his name? What they call him? He got like 3 alphabets. That boy great, man. That boy's a great basketball player. For OKC, the star. He used to be with the Clippers, I believe, and they traded him.
Because I know they got to play against Antetokounmpo. Where he from? Greece?
Yeah. France. They call him the Greek freak.
Yeah,
He's from France?
Greece. He's from Greece.
Okay. By way of Africa.
Yeah. Everybody by way of that.
Yeah, this is true. But just to have him, I think he was born in Africa.
Yeah.
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. It don't even fit them guys when I see them to start speaking foreign. You know? A 7-foot black man playing in the NBA, to playing the way that they play, it don't fit them when they open their mouth.
And they speak,
Like that dude played for the Lakers, Japanese, and I saw him on the Japanese team, or the Chinese team. One of them. What's his name? I forget him too. You know,
I mean, but just coming from France, it was weird to see black people speaking French over there. English is their second language.
And you've been back from France for about what?
About a month now.
About a month.
Mm-hmm.
English is their second language.
English is their second language.
Like most of the world.
Yeah. Everybody speaks English. You know, you go over there and they start speaking to you in French, and you say, you know, English, and then they'll just cross over, speaking just like they from Pascagoula or something.
You know, most countries speak a bilingual, and a lot of Africans, them guys speak 4 and 5 different languages.
Correct.
And I was wondering, like, I don't know if it's because their country is just a bit gumbo like that, where, you know, so many other people in it, or are they learning this in school, or what they doing? Because it seems like everybody that I meet from Africa is very bilingual, and they're very good at it.
I first of all, I think that they're very smart, and I think that when you look to migrate or move to another place, then you just probably prepare yourself to learn different languages.
Yeah,
because you don't know where you're gonna end up. You know, you can be in France.
See, American already know that.
Yeah,
we Americans, we ain't trying to go nowhere.
Right.
And those guys are always looking to get to another country or get somewhere better, so they already start studying to be able to speak it by the time they get here. You know.
And when I was over there, you would see little children that were bilingual. Whatever language they were speaking, and then they would cross over to English.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wonder, they got to be getting taught to do this.
They learn it very young.
And I would love for my kid to get into Spanish and everything else at a young age. Don't teach them. It definitely seems like the American school system don't teach us the things that we need to function in everyday life. They don't teach us about finance. Really, you don't. You don't teach a person how to buy a house, what they need, 2 years tax return. You don't tell them the obvious. You know what I'm saying? You just put them out there. You know, you got them for 12 years and you're teaching a bunch of the same stuff. Ain't nobody gonna ever use no calculus unless, even outside of college, say you a scholar at Yale. If you don't go into engineering and trying to send a rocket to the moon, you ain't gonna never need calculus and all this other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The educational system definitely has to be restructured.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I think it's old-fashioned.
Yeah.
I also don't believe children have to be in school for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's really all they doing is teaching you how to work for somebody.
For
8 hours in school. Your parents, they got you longer than your parents have you. Mm-hmm. They instead of them educating you, they're indoctrinating you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To believe, and, you know.
Absolutely.
It's just same stuff that Fidel Castro did to the students over there.
So when you grow up and get your job, get your big boy and your big girl job.
Program to sit down, shut up, listen.
Programmed.
Go to school. Yes. Yeah.
You're programmed to sit there for 8-9 hours, have a lunch, and go right back to work. Yeah, it's definitely programmed.
Yep.
Kids shouldn't be in school no more than 4 to 5 hours.
Because what else are you doing down there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. You can put a kid in school at 8 o'clock. And by lunchtime, he can be at his house eating. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in your last class. You can grab a snack on your way out.
Yeah. We don't need recess. We don't need PE. We don't need music class.
Right. And I think the way that school is structured is unfair to the student athlete as well. Because the student athlete, he's coming in, he's doing so much more than you. This man got to go work out. He's trying to stay on the field. He's trying to stay on the court. And depending on his production on the field and the court, he gets kicked out of school. Well, we're going to cut your scholarship. I mean, this guy's struggling, man. And then, you know, most athletes, you know, the school part wasn't really the big thing. They was focused on grinding on the field because that's the way the coaches wanted them and the teachers wanted them in high school. Keep on running this ball. Keep throwing this ball. Passing. Give him a little passing grade. Once he get to college, he's expecting the same thing. And if they don't do that for him, now he's kicked out of school. And you done got the best out this young kid.
Absolutely. But, I mean, here's the secret. College is going to pass you anyway. If you're trying to get any bachelor's degree, they're going to scoot you along. That's why you have so many people graduating from college. Not to say that they don't deserve their degree, but college is not in the business of failing children, because they are. You know, they need the bodies in there to continue their business. So you the school right down the road down there, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. That's one of the easiest schools I've been to. Personal experience, they're going to pass you along. They're going to find ways to pass you.
Well, what do you think about the student athlete? No, how does it affect them? You know, because you was an athlete. You know what's going on, man. It's tougher on a student athlete.
Absolutely, they definitely have a job.
They have a job that they wasn't getting paid for.
And I can tell you this right now: education is secondary when you are a student athlete.
Exactly my point.
You are expected to perform,
and your college education is attached to your performance on the field or the court. That's exactly what I was just talking about.
Yeah, you have to produce.
I mean, they cutting kids. So if it was about college, getting education, why are you cutting the kid off the team?
That's why I was all for athletes getting paid.
Oh, I definitely was. Definitely was. I got a lot of friends, even relatives that played pro football. They went to major universities, Auburn, LSU, Mississippi State, Tennessee. I mean, I remember one guy, he had no money. And when I was in college, I went to community college. I used to be with a lot of the football players. And I remember one time, the guy didn't have $10 to get him something to eat. So he got in the car with his coach and asked for $10. The coach told him he couldn't give it to him.
Yeah.
You couldn't get a man $10. Well, it's against NCAA rules. Man, come on here, man. Stop with that stuff. Who finna turn you in over buying your student a combo, man? Stop. Just stop it with that trash, bruh. And then these are all rules that was made up by some man. God didn't put these rules into effect. Okay, I broke the rule that we just created. Now we're going to create another rule for the rule that we just broke. Now, let's come up with something else. And the deal is this. When they can find out how to make money off of whatever they're trying to do, they're going to do it. Mm-hmm. Just like with the weed stuff. Weed's so illegal. Lock people up, take them from their family for 40 years over weed.
Weed shouldn't be no illegal than alcohol. No more.
And that's what I'm going to say. Alcohol killing way more people than weed. And I'm not a weed smoker, and I don't even drink alcohol. I don't do no type of drugs, weed or alcohol. But let's get real here. Let's stop with this trash, man. If you found a way to, bootlegging back in the day, that was your drug back then. That was your cocaine and your fentanyl. Man, they was locking people up left and right. Why you think Al Capone was making so much money off of it? Because it was so illegal. Now, once you legalize it, it minimizes the amount of money a person can make. Well, they found a way to put a tax on it. That's all it was. People finally accepted it, and that's what's going on with weed. Yeah, weed is going to be legal in every state of the union.
It just took them longer to figure out how to control it and how to tax it.
But really, it took them long enough to make people that think they're goody two-shoes accept it. That's what happened. Now they got our politicians to accept it. So it's like, we're going to make an excuse for why we can do this now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the state of Mississippi still haven't accepted it.
Yeah, they have too.
Well, if you do go get the medical marijuana card, then you lose your right to carry a firearm and things like that. So they have revisions on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you got to give up a little something to get a little something.
Yeah, well, they won't have to worry about that in about a year or two. All that's going to go. And the truth is this. If you legalize weed, everybody's locked up in jail, you got to release them.
Of course, right.
But they're not releasing them. Why? Because jail is big business. Follow the dollar and you find out all the problems. That's what we are about. We're about making money.
Capitalism.
That's facts. At your expense, and it does not matter.
Capitalism is one of the biggest problems in this country right now, man. It's gotten too far out of hand.
It's just like our military in the war. Back in the day, or at least when I was growing up, I would think that we were fighting for something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have friends that went to Vietnam. My dad is a Vietnam era vet. He was in the military as well. And during the Vietnam War. And I have friends that was there on the ground. He got shot in the leg. And he told me, man, they was under fire one day. He said, man, them bullets was raining down on us. He said, we calling for backup. He said, then we look up, we see our airplanes flying in. This is a true story. That's what this man told me. He said, bruh, like, yeah. He said, we jumped up, started cheering. Yeah, we better blow them up, get us up out of here. He said, and they parachuted packs, big blocks on a crate, dropped parachutes to the Viet Congs. He said all of us started crying in the middle of the field.
Wasn't expecting that.
He said they was dropping them off guns. Now this is what he said. He was out there, I don't know. He said they was dropping off guns to keep the war going.
I can believe that.
He said that's what happened. He said, I'm telling you what I seen with my own eyes. They were dropping off guns to the enemy line. And then what they'd come tell me and you is a total different story on the news. We don't know what's going on. And see, that's why I say, man, people, these politicians these days just got us out here. It's hard to send your kid to the military, man. To say, yeah, serve your country. And they up there smoking dope, getting high, having sex with each other, and sending your kid to die. Yeah, it's the truth. Hey, it's the truth. We ain't gotta, we stop sugarcoating this stuff. It's the truth. Ain't nobody's what's his name ain't sending his son out there that's on the dope to go get shot, but he'll send your son to go get shot. I ain't with it. Because if they was trying to fight wars right, fight the war to win. Why are we over here letting our soldiers get killed like this? Fight a war to win. You know, they're not fighting to win, man. They're fighting for money and political stuff and what sounds good to the dumb voter. And, you know, man, the voter ain't never, those people that you kowtowing to ain't never been in combat. They ain't never been faced with nothing real. But everybody want to tell you how to do something. And you ain't never did nothing yourself. See, I'm just a strong believer in what's real, man. Let's stop all this stuff, man. Sending people kids to die.
Yeah.
I don't mind going to war right now if it's for something that's real.
Absolutely. A lot of things ain't real, man.
It ain't even real. You mean we don't even know why we over here? Everybody that I talked to in the Vietnam War said they still don't know why they was in war.
Same with the Iraq War, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't even know why they was there.
And they pumped it up so good, man. I was ready to go sign
now,
up.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, the difference between that Iraq War was we did get bombed.
By Afghanistan.
But somebody bombed us. We don't know.
Yeah,
but what happened if ain't nothing happened with us with the Viet Cong?
We absolutely know who bombed us because he came out and said that he bombed us.
Yeah, so we went after who we said bombed us then.
We went after Iraq, not Afghanistan. Also because we knew that we would lose a war probably in in Afghanistan. You know, we wasn't ready to go over there and fight them on their turf, in them hills and that desert and them valleys. So we went over there and bombed Iraq. You know?
But even that, somebody did attack us first. Somebody, like, you know, the Pearl Harbor thing. A lot of people in history said America wanted to get into the war. They needed a reason. So while they were having peace talks, Japan bombed us. And they trying to say that was a setup between Japan and America so that we can enter World War II. So my thing is this, and they probably did. Who knows? But my thing is this: something still happened. Bombs still fell on us. Okay, thank you for letting us come into this war that we wanted to get in. Now that you done bummed us, but the Viet Congs, I mean, maybe I don't know the story good enough, but I don't know nothing about them doing nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that statement that you just said.
Even though they were a communist country.
But you can be a communist country if that's your country. If that's how y'all want to run it.
Yeah, why my kid need to die for what y'all got going on over here? Y'all will self-implode. Let God take care of it. I'm telling you right now, where there's wrong at, God will deal with it. We don't need to go die for what y'all over there doing. It just, I don't get it. Man, let them blow each other up, and we'll come over there and revitalize the country, and now that's part of America now. You know? That's what I'm saying. And you know, America, we've always been the police of the nation, and that's okay. You know, but when it come down to us starting to dial, and the Vietnam War went on for what, 20 years? How long did that war go?
Is it okay when they don't want us over there?
Yeah, I guess here's what you got to look at. Here's the problem that Americans in a pickle, because we are the world's police. If you are harming your own people, yeah, we got to go do something to stop that and prevent that. Because you know, you over here killing your own women and kids and men. If that's what's going on, then yeah. But most of the time, these wars just about money, oil, or this or that.
Control.
You know what I'm saying? Control. Yeah. You didn't give us what we wanted when we. And because the politician ain't the one literally laying on the ground pulling the trigger, so then therefore they got to create something so we can say why we finna go over here and do this.
Yeah. And half these children don't sign up; they just sign up for
a school,
a Camaro.
Yeah, exactly.
School in my bad.
I just had 2 young Navy guys in here. They've been graduated for 2 years out of high school. Now, can you imagine your ship getting blown up? When the I forgot the name of that ship that was bombed out there in the water. Man, I know
USS Cole.
Cole, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had customers that was on that ship that made it back alive.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what they told me? He said while they was out here at the shipyard, at our local shipyard fixing the ship, he said, man, we found a finger.
Oh, absolutely.
On the boat.
Absolutely.
Now, that Cole was built right here where I'm from. That Cole ship that got bombed was built at the same shipyard me and this guy used to work for. Right? Well, when they bombed it, they brought it back here to Pascagoula to be repaired. So the people that were stationed on that ship were still on the ship besides the, like 8 people that died, something like that?
My dad had to patrol that ship right when OSHA cleared it.
Brought it in.
And he said you could still smell the stench of death on that ship.
I don't know if y'all can hear what he said, but his daddy had to patrol that ship because his daddy was part of the security team for the shipyard. He said you could still smell the stench of dead bodies in that boat. Because see, what they did was they trapped the bottom half of the boat off so that the boat don't sink. So if you was down there alive, you drown. It was nothing, they can't get to you because too much water coming in. We can't lose us all trying to find you one. They probably tried to get him at first, no doubt. But once they say, okay, we don't seem like we can get to him. I mean, just think about that, man. You down there, drowning.
Yeah.
And for what? Like you said, a Camaro. See, and that's the difference in America military versus other countries' military. Those people use their civilians to protect their military. And we use our military to protect our civilians. But, you know, at the same time, our civilians, most of them not joining the military to protect this country. Most of them are joining for education, to get out of their situation, to get free money. You know, our military have incentivized our citizens to take these little programs so to get it all for the word education.
Sign on bonuses.
Sign on bonuses. Yeah, man. But nobody is pushing. You do know if a war break out, you ain't signing up for education, but that's how they're going to package this deal.
And the problem is once these young people, these brave people go over there and fight and defend us and defend our freedom, then when they come back, they can't get disability. They can't get into the VA in a timely manner.
Yep.
They're getting denied their claims. So you better
know Tyrone.
Yeah.
Tyrone did 3. We got a partner did 3 tours in Iraq and Fallujah as a Marine. Got back here, could not get a job for 3 years. He's applying for the post office. Nobody would hire this man, so he went back to college. So, and he stayed with me. I bought him a vehicle so he can drive back and forth to college. That's a fact. Yeah. Nobody would hire this guy, man. Y'all sending these people, you setting them up. It's kind of like the prison system. We need prison reform. We need all of that. Because if you take a man, put him in prison for 3, 4, 5, 10 years, and then you let him out, he don't have another skill he didn't develop, and then you're not hiring him, he's going right back to prison. Because he's going to feed himself. Eventually, he's going to do something to feed himself. So
the will to survive.
You got to start dropping all those things on your job. Or we don't hire prisoners. Yeah, pick the prisoners that you don't want to hire, just like you vetting anybody. You gonna see who you want to hire. Me and Nick, you know. But you got to start creating programs that these guys can come out of jail while they're locked up in jail. Every day they need to be in a classroom learning a trade, how to weld, how to electrical, how to build, how to be a barber, how something to be to fit into society, to be a productive citizen. I would have their tails in class for 8 hours, and guess what? When you out of here, we give you 2 more hours to hang out, then you going back to your bunk. It'll hold down on all that riffraff, stabbing, selling dope in prison. It'll hold down on the rapes in prison, whatever's going on. Because your head is in a book all day, you learning something, you being productive. So when you get out here, you've been in prison for 4 years, well, you are a seasoned veteran. When you go to that shipyard as a welder, you've been welding in the prison for 4 years. You know how to weld. So you should get paid top dollar, $30 an hour. You can take care of yourself and a family with that. So the government needs to start looking into some of this stuff that us regular people are saying. It's a reason that they're not doing it. That's why people can hate on Trump all they want. But Trump tried to do some prison reform. He did things like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, he don't agree with Trump. But I'm telling you, man, Trump did do common sense thing because he's not a politician. He's just a regular guy who got a bunch of money that ran for office. He just tried to do things that make sense. And I agree with that, man. He ain't kowtowing to the left. I mean, just give us back our country. Cut out all these games that we playing, man. Give us back our country, bro. That's what I'm looking for. Man, stock market, groceries through the roof. Man, I was looking at a video from 3 years ago. I was talking about, I said on this video when I was showing my house that I did, I said, you have got to start getting these. I said, these grocery prices finna go through the roof. And look at what happened. I said, we can't even get no chicken wings on the table. We in the South. If you can't get no chicken wings, no sweet tea, no barbecue ribs. I just watched the video I did 3 years ago. Speaking about the groceries are gonna go up, and look at what happened. It's just common sense. What I've seen, I see it.
And here's the problem with capitalism: they've allowed Walmart to be the only grocery stores in a lot of neighborhoods, and now they're feeding us old meat, old vegetables, and we have no other choice but to continue to go to them.
I'm gonna say this: old meat, I buy wings. I ain't gonna call the grocery store name. 2 days, if you don't eat them wings, they spoil.
Absolutely. Fruit.
I have to take the wings and freeze them, then for a day, and then let them thaw out through the refrigerator to make it last about a week. You see what I'm saying? Because they man, I've taken 2 packs back to the grocery store, and guess what they say? Huh? I don't know why these like that. Yes, you do, because you either pull it. It's either how you buying your chicken. Some reason this stuff is not lasting, or you're taking your chicken. And you're saying, okay, we got from the date, we got another week left on this. So let's throw them all in one pack and call it a family pack. Mm-hmm. And hurry up and try to buy it for cheap just so we can get our money back out of it. We're not really making any money, but we ain't going to lose none. And you giving us food you know already finna be bad in a week. So it's sitting in your refrigerator for sale for $10 for 4 days. Then I buy it on the 5th day. And now it's no good in my refrigerator on the 6th and the 7th day.
Correct. And
I'm back in your line with it on the 8th day. Talk about, hey, this chicken bad. Hey, this is a good conversation that we had. I'm going to turn around and show y'all his haircut. So, show you what we did here. I want y'all to see. So let's taper. Put your foot down there. Spin around. Nice little taper. That's it. He got it growing, getting his grown man on these days. We don't fool around. You go right there. That's good. Come back. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, people. Good people. I'm trying to get why this got a little fog look. I hate that smoke look on this thing. I think it's the.
It might be your lighting on.
Yeah, it's the lighting. See, you're a photographer. You've been found your light by now, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find mine.
Right.
Spin it around one more time. That's why I say I think because I got them back curtains open, it's like that. All right. All right, and again, y'all know what I say. Another satisfied customer, and guess what?
Now I gotta drive an hour home.
Yeah, you gotta drive an hour home. Hey, but you gotta keep watching because I'm kind of fast. I done told y'all this 1,000 times. But I like this conversation that we had. This is what more people need to have, and not just more people. I'm gonna speak out as a black man. More black men need to step up in the community. See, I'm a barber. I've been pushing what I believe is right, spiritually, and speaking to people about growth in themselves. To these young guys that don't have nobody to talk to them, I do that, and I've been doing it for years, and I've been getting attacked for many years, but I don't care because I know what's best for the person that's attacking me. Honestly, because if you're saying something contrary to what I'm saying when I'm trying to help a young guy out, you just in the way. Go sit down, get out the way, man. I'm sick of people like that too, man. Y'all see what I do? Like I said, it's not just a barber show. I try to do it all. You see what I'm saying? See that youngster right there? Jordan? I've been knowing that boy since he was a baby. Jordan, what have I been preaching all these years? Self-growth, trying to help people. Trying to help that man, point him in the right direction from the time he was born. This is how you buy a house. This is how you create wealth. This is how. If you don't have a guy in your community doing that, Jordan, haven't I been teaching you that since facts? Yeah. And guess what? If he do it, he do it. If he don't, he don't. That's on him. But at least I'm going to do my part. He started out, went to school, got his degree. That was the first step. Now he got his job. He's in the electrical field. He's doing his thing. And we're going to keep it like that. He got, as long as he can feed, take care of his family. That makes you successful. Ain't that right, Nick?
You're right.
All right, man. I'm going to see y'all later.